and welcome to another episode of eChat with Ejiro Osakede, the energetic EJ. How are you doing today? I hope you're fine. It's good to be here again this week. How are you doing? Okay, so I've asked, how are you doing? I'll keep asking, how are you doing? All right, so thank you for joining us again today. And like you know, eChat is a platform where I get to speak to people and they get to share their inspiring story, and we get to learn from their story to remind ourselves that our dreams are valid, we are valid, and we are enough. And so today on the show, I'll be talking to somebody from the travel industry. I mean, with all of the way, with the way that 2020 has gone so far, I mean, thank goodness, things are beginning to get back into normal, like travels are beginning to start, countries are beginning to open their borders to tourists, to people, families are beginning to reunite who has been stuck, due to the lockdown in several parts of the world. So I'm going to be talking to somebody in that industry, travel industry. Her name is Tolulope Dopemu. And what are we going to be just going to be covering how, the whole season has been for those in the travel industry. What does this whole situation mean for those in the travel industry? What should we do for those who love traveling and things like that? Those are some of the things that we are going to be covering on today's. All right, welcome back, guys. So I have with me here my guest, Tolulope Dopemu, all the way from Nigeria, from the travel industry. So she had to travel by internet to be with you guys today. How are you doing, Tolulope? Good to see you.
Very well. How are you doing also?
Thank
you for having me.
I'm good. I love your smile and I love your turban. Looks so cute. So good to see you. Welcome to eChat, and I'm happy to have you today. And yes, so I'm excited to talk about travel. Like, first of all, how did you? Is it a dabbling into travel industry, or was it something intentional from the word go?
Okay, it was very, very intentional. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to intern for someone that had a travel company. So that was how I got started. So I went for the training, I loved it. And after that, I started working for different companies in the travel industry. And I decided to pursue a diploma so that I'd make it more defined and I improve my expertise. So I got an IATA diploma. And after a while, I started my own travel company while I was doing my own. Yes.
Okay.
So in my travel company officially now for 4 years.
Okay.
But I was running it concurrently while I had a 9-to-5 before. Okay. But now my sole business, the name of the Travelotus Luxury Tours Limited. So we're based in Nigeria, we're a travel tour and concierge company. So on trips, we do visa advisory, consultations. We just make travel seamless and enjoyable for people all around.
That's nice. Fantastic. So do you do this within Nigeria as well as outside Nigeria? So you organize travel tours for people within Nigeria?
Yes, we organize people in Nigeria. We organize tours for people outside of Nigeria, both inbound and outbound travel. That's what we do.
I see. Nice. So how has it been? So before we come to how 2020 has been, how has it been pre-COVID?
It has been very amazing. A lot of people are open to travel and people are starting to, there's no more, before we were trying to educate people to say, okay, travel, and why the benefits of travel and why they should consider it an investment. But now we've gotten that people understand the need for travel. So the options are now so much that even customers are finding it hard to pick and select the ones that they want to
go.
Yes, we are trying to bridge the gap between giving exceptional service and providing what customers want, as well as delivering impeccable service.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's fantastic to know that people are beginning to open up to travel, knowing that it's part of life, it's part of education as well. Going outside of your immediate environment, mixing up with people from other cultures. For example, if you're leaving your country, and it just opens you up to say, "Wow, life is sweet," or "Wow, life is amazing." Wow, people are like this. It's just fantastic. Okay, great. So, but now let's know, what has it been like since the lockdown? Because I mean, if there is any industry that lockdown hits really hard, it's travel. Because I mean, you couldn't even travel from your streets to the next street.
Yes.
So how have you been able to keep it together for the past couple of months as a business owner?
The business owner. Well, initially in the beginning it was really tough. I started I just took a pause as a business owner. I just wanted to see where it would. So initially, a lot of people were saying, okay, let's plan for post-COVID. Let's plan for post-COVID. And 1 month, 2 months, we took a pause. Let's plan for post-COVID. Then by the end of the 2nd month, we started realizing that this thing is not going anywhere. It's just for us to not say plan for post-COVID. Plan for now that we are in COVID times. Plan for how we can merge travel or whatever it is that we can save off of travel and still live in these times. Because if we say we are postponing it, we don't really know how long it will take for things to come to normal. And even the normal that we knew before COVID is going to be different from the normal that we know after COVID. So we had to cut a lot of our staff off. It was just necessary. It was just something that we just had to do. It was just something. First, we're working online and trying to make sure that the people that we had during the year that were booked, we had to get refunds. And so and a lot of things. We just had to put things in order. Then along the line, it was just important for the staff and us to have a sit down and see that, okay, this is where we really are. There's no point in you guys and knowing that things are not going to
change anytime.
It's just better to tell you the truth, and you already know the truth. So we have to take a break from that, and we're just trying to move forward. A lot of the things that we are doing now has to do with education and enlightening customers, because a lot of people are still interested in traveling.
Yes.
Very much interested in traveling, but we are taking like a sit back approach to just educating and enlightening them and making sure that they can see opportunities even now. In Nigeria now, the domestic tourism is starting up. I think one of the positives of this time will be similar to what we had in 2016, that there was a recession and people were looking more into domestic tourism. So it's going to be more prevalent during this period. People are looking at stations and options that they can get close to home and things like that. So it will take time before things go back to
like
normal. But at least those are the things that,
And I think it's also, so that means that it's more like it's an opportunity for people who are already in the tourism industry in Nigeria, for example, to up their games as in within Nigeria, to be able to say, see, we have packages, like even if you can't travel outside of Nigeria now, there are still amazing places that you can visit even within Nigeria. And I think, since you've been in this industry for a while, what has been the role of the government in like empowering the tourism industry in Nigeria? Has there been any support, or great initiative by the government to hone, like to that part of like diversifying the economy to actually focusing, because we have great places, we have greeneries, we have lands. What is it? What has it been like, support from the government in this industry?
The support from the government has been really weak. There's much more talk than
Can
what
do.
yes, they say it, they put it in their bill, in the bill, they say it in the Senate, but there's no
Paper.
work. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think that right now where we are, the government needs to make deliberate steps to make sure that there's a private partnership involved in tourism. It's not compulsory that is the government that
Government that will
handles.
handle it.
Are people that are vested in tourism in Nigeria, Nigerians, and even investors abroad that are interested in making sure that local tourism in Nigeria develops and it's a much more large percentage to the GDP in Nigeria. Tourism before COVID was already contributing to a percentage of the number of international travel that we were having, and the jobs that we could give as a result of tourism and the hospitality business. But now that the pandemic has hindered that, we are going to need a lot more from the government. We would like it. It can do more than just
talk. Yeah. Like if there were,
and it's not compulsory that it's the Senate or the
of
House of
course,
Reps.
like if they even granted grants to support the people that are already, handling those kind of stuff, to in fact put things in place for safety measures right now, that so that people can still travel within states and just make sure that,
tourist attractions in Nigeria, virtually like 80% of tourist attractions in Nigeria are owned by the government or government bodies. So because of that, the experience, when you try to sell domestic tourism in Nigeria, the experience is not the same because we don't particularly have any sustainable development plans in place. And by the time there even is, before maybe the government, or I don't want to go
when
into
they
the
change
government.
power, it stops and there's no continuity and things like that.
And when you go this month, one particular thing, if you say a room has a leaky tap, by the time you go there again,
the whole tap is moved.
Yeah, rooms have leaky taps. So there's no particular investment.
The maintenance culture is
And
really poor.
is very poor. As such, those are one of the few things that hinder people from wanting to explore domestic tourism.
Yeah.
I don't sense it from the travel agents that is trying to sell it to them, because you are like, okay, when I went there last, this was
My
what I
experience
got.
was not that great.
Yeah, I'm not so sure you get the same experience, but you get something close to it. So people are like, okay, it's Nigeria. What can I expect? So we hope that they can find that tourism is much more than just a walk by and in place. It's not compulsory that the government does these things, but there are people interested in doing them.
There are
If they
people
are
who are trained, like you, who know how the industry should work,
If there are other people with the power to do these things, then other people that are in the travel industry and people that are not even in the local residents of that area where the tourist attractions are can benefit from these things and improved.
Wow. I really do hope that somebody is going to listen to this or watch this and do something about it, because I mean, because Nigeria is such a beautiful place, really, if the government collaborate with the people or with the private sector to really put, this tourist attractions, in place. I mean, there are a couple of them that have risen up in the past years that maintenance is just what killed it, places like Obudukato Ranch, places like Tinapa, like when it started, it was great initiative. It was fantastic. But right now, you can't even boast of being safe there, We also have issues of roads to look at. People can't travel by road without their chests being in their mouths to say, hey, we pray all the way through. Like, so there's a lot to cover. So, but now, what do you see for the travel industry going forward? Like you said, I know you mentioned that we're saying, okay, let's not say post-COVID. Let's say, how can we live in the new normal? What is the new normal going to be like now for us?
The new normal is going to, I already see that during this period, even customer interests and customer wants are changing because the COVID period. So a lot more investment in hygiene and healthy practices. A lot more, as much as the travel and hospitality basically is very hands-on and very human dependent. A lot of areas where we can improve on technology or make sure that human-to-human contact is limited would be there will be options for those particular things. So most likely people in the travel industry, if you still want to remain in the travel industry, you have to make sure you upscale, you find more ways to make yourself
relevant.
Yes, relevant. Yes, relevant. And those skills that were relevant to you before COVID now may not be so relevant. There are lots of people that have those skills now. So it's now a matter of looking for things that make you stand out.
Training and things like that.
Things that are much more important. Everybody is looking to niche down and own into customer needs, particularly if one need that I can solve for a particular customer now. And the travel industry in Nigeria, there is always very dependent on pricing. Aside for pricing now, people want detail. People want much more detail to their trips and flexibility, just in case. People are everybody that survives this pandemic going forward, their buying decisions with travel is going to be affected.
Wow. So do you see yourself personally as a business person diversifying from travel a little bit?
During this period, I've I've been doing a lot of things that I used to see that I wanted to do prior to maybe when I was working fully in travel. A lot of opportunities that I wanted to pursue and things I wanted to learn, I find myself doing them now because I see that I have a lot of time to do it. And it has also helped us take a step back in terms of travel and figure out what other problems we can solve for our customers going forward. It's not just as much as leisure travel makes the most of the travel requests that we get. What the
aspects of traveling?
We've seen a surge in the number of people that want to leave Nigeria for work, leave Nigeria to relocate for business. That because of this period, and it has even heightened their need to want to go elsewhere. This pandemic has also disrupted the exchange rate in Nigeria. The dollar has as the dollar rate has increased,
Yeah. Mm.
and it has affected lives. So a lot of people are looking into options outside of Nigeria. So we are looking at, and it's one of the most popular ways that a lot of people experience bad things from.
Travel, because that relocation process,
Yeah,
not getting the
yeah,
right information,
getting the right.
getting into the hands of the wrong agents and things like that. I see.
So we are trying to do a reform for our customers, trying to educate them on better
Better way.
practices. And a lot of people are just like, oh, just get a tourist visa. When you get there, you seek asylum. Those kind of things. People
Oh,
don't know the processes that are involved and what those things do to affect their lives. Even your life might be better right here, but
yeah.
just
As hard as it might seem, yeah, a lot of people don't get it. It's just, I think it's just the pressure of the moment blinds them from reason, and you're like, no, it's okay. I prefer it. But the truth is, if you know people who are on the other side and they tell you what it is that they're truly going through, you will just be grateful that, okay, at least I'm home. I am home. I don't. I still keep telling people, home is home. As as
always.
as I don't know what to say. I don't want to use the word bad, but that's like the only, for lack of word. As bad as the situation is back home, home is home. Like, no,
Yes.
home is home, really. Like, I just wish that the government will just work hard a little bit more to put some basic infrastructure in place. Like,
I believe that the Nigerian problem now is much more than just the government problem. The problem now has become more psychological, that we pass it from one generation to
the other.
another.
Very true, though.
The thing is that there's nothing in particular to look forward to. Our entire generation and the generation before us, we don't have anything to say that this is the goal that we are looking forward to.
There's
This
no
is the that we want
no
to have.
pathetic goal.
Yeah, everybody is just
The
we
government
focus
of
more
their own.
on this, yeah, and we focus more on the mentality of, oh, let me get there, eat what I can, and
And
leave.
leave.
Even in private offices,
True.
even trying to hire a new staff, even when you're trying to buy something on the street, it has become that bad. Everybody wants to take
Self,
advantage.
me, myself, and I.
Yes, that's just the mentality. Nobody is looking out for the other person and things like that. And the few people that are looking out for the other person, you find that, oh, you, even when you say that you're looking out for the other person, you tend to adjust to, there are some times that you
Based,
kind of,
yes. Based to, yeah, based to what gives. It's not like a principle all that cuts across. It's just like, if you
yeah,
do this, well,
yeah,
I will show you this color. If you do like that, I'll give you the other color. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, but I understand that. I understand that fact. But I also think, like, if yes, it's going to be a collaboration, like you said from the beginning. It's going to be a collaboration between the people and the government. But I think if the government also just take their stand, you know, and stand for something great, it trickles down, to us. Because if it's like saying, if the government takes their stand now and say, okay, this is how it's going to give, it's going to mean they're going to begin from the grassroots, from the education, from educating the people, from the children. Because it's like you said, it's a mentality thing. And if they invest in that mentality sector, overhauling the mentality of the people, and it grows like that, then it just kind of brings that collaboration between the people and the government to be able to move the nation forward. We really pray and hope that these things are fixed or adjusted and worked on. But now that this is what we have on ground. I think the private sector, a lot of people are doing what they can in their own little space. It's just that because it's not coming together with the whole goal, like one goal, everybody putting their own brick together to form the bigger puzzle, is making it seem like nothing is happening because everybody is forming their own puzzles separately. Yeah. But we hope for the best for the travel industry. Would you advise anybody who was nursing the idea of coming into this industry to keep at it, or to just say, look for something else to do now?
Right now, the opportunities are limited. And at the back of anybody's mind who wants to invest in travel right now is, okay, am I going to make profits? When is my predictable profit going to come? How can I make my revenue and margins and stuff like that? In fact, I have a course that I do that I teach people how to become travel agents or tour operators and stuff like that. I had to put it on hold because of this pandemic. There are people that are going out and sharing knowledge with other people, teaching them how to become travel agents this period. But for me, it's not comfortable because I see that even if I teach you, it's not something that you can earn from predictably this time. Yes, the number of flights are still restricted in Nigeria. The few commercial flights are repatriation flights for citizens and people with residents. It's pretty limited. Your options are pretty limited. How many people do you know in this period, if you start, that are interested in going on repatriation flights and stuff like that? So if you have the knowledge right now, you can't use it to the fullest. The fullest. And a lot of people that are even in the travel industry right now are trying to cut costs and lay people off and stuff like that. So it's not really the best time to invest in travel and try to start. You can still have your ideas. You just wait for this phase to pass because eventually it's going to pass. So make sure that you are ready by the time things pass. I can jump into this. I can start.
So what are the other things that you do so that if we wanted to be part of it, connect with you and all, what are the other things that
on my own personal side gig, I teach people how to find and start monetize various side hustles or another stream of income. Basically, I find that starting businesses and trying to create opportunities or innovation out of things comes to me very easy. So I help family members and I help my friends, and they come to me for all this business tips and stuff like that. So prior to COVID, I was teaching people how to start travel businesses as side hustle, people that were 9-to-5ers and were looking for things to invest in. So when COVID hit, and after a while, after doing some research and backup, I said, okay, let me start talking to people more broadly out of travel, starting side hustles or a second income. So that's why I teach people how to find, start, grow, monetize
other sources of incomes. Fantastic. So if anybody wants to connect with you to say, oh, please come teach me how to, what can I do? How can I earn income? How would they do that?
Okay, so my Instagram handle is at Tolulope Dopemu. I'm also on Facebook, Tolulope Dopemu, Twitter, Tolulope Dopemu, and I have a website, tolulopemu.com.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Tolulope Dopemu. It's been a pleasure talking with you. I love your easygoing style. It's so fantastic. Thank you so much. I really wish you all the best as you take out time to see how you can salvage your travel business and as well diversify and still give value to your customers that you have. And I really do hope that all of this will be over soon so that you can get back full time and, continue to give your niche service to your customer. Thank you guys for being on this episode with us. And this is where we'll put a wrap to today's episode. Thank you for watching. As you've heard, you can connect with Tolulope Dopemu so that she can teach you how to earn or things to look at to earn an extra source of income. You're going to get all links to her social media handle, to her website in the description of this video when it comes out. Until I come your way again with another guest on eChat, it is Ejiro here saying, have a fantastic week and remember that your dream is valid. Bye.